Gary's been a magnificent person. He's a genius, and he's helped a lot of people with his forward-moving thoughts. A lot of good things have gone on in life because of my husband.
So I'm a skier, whitewater rafter. I love sailing. I became a proficient windsurfer. Later in life, I learned to fly.
He'd been having blood problems for some time.
My general practitioner said, yeah, there's a couple of your blood parameters here that are not quite right. She ended up doing a bone marrow biopsy. The diagnosis was myeloma dysplasia.
It was kind of comforting to have a name for the disease, blood cancer, and I figured that they'd be able to figure out how to combat it.
Immediately put me on a chemotherapy program and referred me to the bone marrow transplant department of Kaiser. My brother was tested, my sister was tested. Neither one of them was going to be a real good match. They were kind of last resort donors. I was informed of December, just before Christmas of 2020, that a donor had been located through the registry.
I am Tim Hughes. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. Outside of that, play soccer with some friends, trying to relive a life of previous athletic achievement. Went to a small school in Massachusetts. It's kind of where this whole journey started, was I registered there. It had been a couple years since I signed up. First thought was that this is a spam call, because I had forgotten it had been so long. They explained to me, look, we have you, Tim, you are a potential match for a person on our registry. We want to move quick on this. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do this.
We were actually speechless. We just sat there and looked at each other, and it was like, yes, it's here. It's really here.
Lauren dropped me off. This was the start of the COVID crisis. She wasn't allowed to go into the building. There was an endless stream of healthcare professionals, nurses, aides. I met some really, really good people there that took great care of me. Received the stem cell transplant on the 22nd of March. It's going to stick in my mind for a long time, probably forever. And I will always be grateful to the person that made that possible.
Afterwards, it was a quick recovery. I think I was back to 100% within a week. You basically feel like you were on a flight for 8 to 10 hours, and then you get up and you're like, oh, okay.
We got a picture of Tim laying in a hospital bed with the machine sitting next to him, and he's laying there in bed with this huge ear-to-ear smile, holding up a bag of stem cells. Turns out that he had been matched up with a second and jumped at the opportunity to be a hero a second time.
I was still in the mindset of okay, there's a chance I get called again. So getting called for really the third time, but for a proper second donation, was just another step forward, right, in this journey.
That picture was far beyond 1,000 words about what kind of person, what kind of hero Tim is.
Gary reached out more than a year later once he could. And yeah, that was kind of the real surreal moment for me, was whoa, there's a whole family on the other side of this, and didn't realize the impact that it would have on that somebody and their world, their family.
It probably changed my life. It changed my attitude. It made me want to dedicate the rest of my life to helping my fellow men. I see you as a hero. You saved my life. I've made a couple of donations. The last one was in your name. Wow.
It feels so surreal to me, because I really don't feel like I've done that much. But knowing the impact that I had on him, meeting Gary and his family, means making this more real for myself.
I think it's really important for all of us to help humanity as much as we can. And this is something where you can share part of yourself to someone else, so it's just a matter of spreading more love.
It's that level of impact that anyone can have on a family going through something like that. So by registering, you can help be that hope for these families and their loved ones.
It's the gift that goes on giving forever.